Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Today we have a very talented filmmaker, Keshon. Keshon?
Keshon.
Keshon. Keshon. Alright, so I'm just gonna start the podcast. And I know you made a YouTube video about it, about how you got into it and everything. But I just want you just to recite the story of your first time filming.
All right. So the very first time I actually made a film, I was just at home one day in the kitchen messing around with my iPad. I started putting it up in different places and getting different angles and shots. And I had a little 1 minute short film about food hunger. And I didn't know that I was going to make a film that day. I just was feeling inspired by what, I don't know. And from then on out, I just started making more little short films. Mother's Day was coming up, and I made a short film for my mom. And I just went on from there and started watching movies and learning, especially from YouTube.
Nice, nice. So you were a writer before you were a filmer, right?
Yes.
So, how does those two things help, or how does writing help you film?
Writing helps me film because I usually come up with the lines first, and that's how I build characters. I've been writing since I was a little kid, just rather it be little stories I tell my parents or even my classmates when we wrote at school. So I've always enjoyed writing, and it helps me build a story because you can create this fantasy, this world of anything, and take the audience wherever you want to go. And I just always thought that was interesting while writing because the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, yeah. So you make your screenplay first, then.
Yep. I actually have a very unique way of writing a script. I've learned how to write a correct script when I got here to film school, but before that, I was just in my notes, writing down lines, writing down camera angles, and writing down directions because I was doing everything myself, so I didn't have to relay information to other people onto how it needed to be done in a professional way, you could say. But at the end of the day, it's still what works for you. So when you are writing a professional script, you can kind of bend the lines to what works for you if it's your production.
Nice, cool. Yeah, I was wondering that. So, how do you start off then? You just write the lines, or you just how do you start off?
It all it all starts with music.
Music.
I'll
Okay.
just listen to music and go from there. Um, yeah, it always starts with music.
Okay. And then your characters, do you just think of their personalities off the top of your head, or do you take a person and twist their personality a little bit, a person that you know?
I would say I take feelings and personality traits, but I'll just start writing down lines and thinking of different ways to say or approach those lines to kind of build that character's personality. So if the character's like quieter, then I would physically say those lines in the way I think that character should say them and build them off of that. So I'm kind of acting out everything as I'm writing.
Hmm. Cool. That's cool. So how do you get your actors on your short films? Do you just, is it like a family or family friend?
Yeah, up until now, it's just been family and friends. But now I'm at school. It's still friends and classmates, but there's opportunities for people outside of the school to audition. So
That's cool. Yeah, I've always I loved watching movies and watching them and be like, how do they I know it's a green screen, but how do they do all the special effects? How do they make this I don't know, how do they make things look so real in the
it's
effects?
crazy because there's so many different ways. You got green screen, CGI, all the different tricks, and that's kind of what I've had to like teach myself. There's so many ways to do a lot of things, everything. There's not just one way. So I've been kind of manipulating my way, tricks that are done on the big screen, teaching myself how to do them at home. But yeah, and they also have very large budgets.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, yeah, I always wanted that. And so you're working on something right now, right? What's it called?
I'm working on a short film called Love Me Through the Lines, but I'm also working on a school project. I've kind of laid back on my personal projects just a little bit so I can learn more and just make everything the best it can be and really develop the stories. Um, so yeah, I'm working on a couple projects right now. The main one is the one at school.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's a little series.
Serious? Cool. So do you, at like film school, all you do is film, right? Like all, that's all you learn about. But like school, like math, whatever.
We have a an English course, a math course, and a history course.
Oh, you do? Oh, I don't know why I just thought film school was just film. I don't know why.
Well, each school is different, of course, because each one of our classes are only 1 month long.
Mm-hmm.
So when we have English, it'll just be for a month, history just for a month, and math just for a month. So I haven't had math yet. I think we have science too. I haven't had it yet, but yeah, each class is just a month. And we do a lot of filming and we do learn a lot about filming, but right now I would say they're teaching us how to do multiple things so we can have a job.
Mm-hmm.
Just in the industry. Even if it's not our preferred thing to do, they just want us to know how to do multiple things. So when we do get on an actual set, you can do that for some time just to build your way up to where you want to be. It's good to know a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So do you your I want to talk about your equipment. Do you have like all your own stuff or do you rent stuff or
For my films, I just have my one camera. I have a sound recorder and a light, tripod, and other than that, my hand. Um, I get really creative with my shots, and I don't need a lot of equipment to tell a story.
That's awesome. Do you have one of those what are they called? You put the camera, it's not a tripod. It's a like a gimbal.
Like a dolly.
Oh, those things? Yeah, like the bigger things. But there's a handheld one like that, but that one's better for sure.
One that like goes over your shoulder and stuff.
That, but like it's like handheld, but it's like a stabilizer.
Oh, stabilizer.
Yeah.
I had one for my old camera. This one is just more of my hand because the movements don't have like too much going on. So I just turn the camera stabilizer on and then like stabilize it some more and editing.
Yeah. Cool. So you do everything yourself, right? Producing, editing, filming, or directing.
Not how it usually is. So that's why it does take me so long when I'm making my films because I am doing everything and I would call myself a perfectionist. I will change an entire scene and say I don't like it anymore. So yeah.
No, that's awesome though, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm learning how all the different positions work on a set because before I got to film school, I was doing everything, but now each person has like a position. So that's why I said I'm learning a lot of things as far as working with a lot of people.
So what would take you the most time? Like I feel like it would be either editing or filming.
Filming actually takes the least amount of time.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I kind of thought that, but I was like, maybe it does. I don't know. So
yeah, it's the editing because I don't know. Editing is just something you have to fall in love with. I used to hate editing. And then like I slowly realized it's the most important part of a film or
Mm-hmm.
movie. The
Yeah.
editing.
Yeah, like I love editing. Like I've always loved editing, and I like I do I edit a YouTube channel, my cousin's YouTube channel, but he brings on like these professional MLB players because he used to be in the minor leagues, not the major leagues, but the minor leagues. And so he brings them on, interviews them while he's golfing. So they play 18 rounds, and then I film it, and then I also have there's another videographer filmer, and then I take the two SD cards, and then I edit and put it together. So yeah.
All the editing. What do you edit?
I edit with Filmora X, but in the future, do you want to work like on movie sets? And be a director or a producer or writer or like all of it, I guess.
Like just movies specifically?
Like in the future, like where do you see yourself like 10 years from now? Like what are you doing?
Definitely directing. I want to have my own production company and put all my scripts on the screen. I see myself acting. I like acting.
Oh, you're an actor too? Dang, you're just like all the above. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of my films on my YouTube, I'm actually acting in and filming. It's hard. I don't know how.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot, dude. Plus, you got school on top of that. But you balance it all out, right? Or you try? Yeah.
Yeah. The way school is set up, we have a lot of free time to do a lot of creative projects.
Nice. Yeah, that's really cool too. So how do you come up with your names? I'm just curious. How do you come up with the names of short films?
Sometimes it'll be the first thing, and sometimes it'll be the last thing. Like I'll have an idea of, oh, this is the name of it, and this is what it's going to be about, or I'll have it completely done, watching the credits, still don't have a title. I'm like, yep, this is the name. So it's just either or, one of those.
Okay.
I'll try not to make it too cheesy.
So what camera do you use?
I have it's in my room, a Canon Big C HF G21.
That's a lot of letters. I just have the Canon EOS 5D.
Okay.
Yeah, which is something I have just to start off for sure. But the reason I wanted to have you on is because I've been wanting to get into not directing, but like writing screenplays. And I have an idea. I wrote the summary of the movie. I got the characters, but I need help on writing the screenplay. Like I just can't. I don't know why. Like that's not my thing. I'll do the editing. I'll do the filming. I'll do everything else. Screenplay. I can't think of the lines. I don't know why. But yeah. So what's your advice for writing the screenplay?
Whenever you write, just like get down, get in the zone, find your music, find your element, and sometimes you'll just start going. You might not even be writing names down. You're just like so and so, blah 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 blah. Just get down everything you have to say, what you feel, and then if you don't like it, it can always change. Mm-hmm. Don't get caught on one part. If you're stuck on something, keep going. You'll eventually get to more ideas. But I feel like a lot of writer's block comes from thinking too much on one idea and not letting the ideas flow and keep going and possibly go a whole different direction. Mm-hmm. Sometimes our initial thoughts aren't the right. Keep thinking and venturing off to new ideas. So that would be my...
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I want to film. It's a short film. I want to film it next year. Sometime in the summer, preferably, because it's the only time. But maybe in like breaks. But yeah, I've actually been wanting to get into film and producing and stuff like that.
Question. So you said you want to like get started like making films, directing, and producing.
Mm-hmm.
Have you like made a short film before?
No, this is gonna be my first time making one.
I challenge you to start before that.
Start what?
Just make a short film.
Make like a 2-minute one.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
The more you do it, the better you'll get, and the more experience you'll get.
Okay.
So,
All right. Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
Dialogue, like really challenge yourself.
All right.
It'll really help.
So my last question is, who's your favorite A-list celebrity? That's what I ask everybody.
Favorite? Oh, this is hard.
It could be an actor, music artist.
I picked 2 people.
Yes, man.
All right, it's J. Cole and Billie Eilish.
J. Cole. Oh, okay, so music artist. If you had to shoot one of them, who would you shoot?
I gotta choose J. Cole because he's older. She got more time.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Everything.
All right, cool. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this was awesome. Thanks for the advice. I will try to make one. Hopefully I'll come up with something. But yeah, actually I want to ask you one more thing. How do you find connections? Because I was talking to my mom about it, and she's like, if you really want to get into this filming, directing career, then you need connections. Like, that's like a lot.
Yeah, connections is a big thing, and it's just random. It's like this person knows this person. Oh, then this, then that.
Yeah, that's what
But just keep doing you, and being a good person, and that will take you a long way. People will come to you. So, what's for you is for you, and if you keep working hard, you will get there.
All right, thank you. Thanks for coming on. Maybe have you on sometime in the future. But yeah, thanks for coming on. I'll send you the link to this podcast. It should come out in 3-4 days because I just did one before this, so it'll come out before you. But then you'll come out after that. So 3-4 days. I'll send you the link for sure.
All right. Thank you. Good luck with your podcast.
All right. Thank you.